Yes, let's look at Tobuscus.
Well, we are now live, so there's that.
Alright, Tobuscus.
Yeah, what are his numbers looking like?
36K is nothing to scoff at.
It's not.
It's nothing to
13 days
scoff
ago.
at, but that's not what he was. That's not even close to what he used to
I
be.
know,
Yeah,
but, that's enough to. I mean, if
That's
he
enough
puts
to
out
live
enough
off of.
videos, that's enough to live off of. If consistently he puts
Sure.
out videos like that, that's enough to live
Yeah,
off of.
you gotta think about it.
I'm not saying he's big, just enough so like he doesn't get a regular 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Not work a regular 9 to 5. Oh yeah, you can't jump in Star Rail. Forgot about that part.
Yeah,
You don't need to, though.
they're very strict about their movements.
Yeah. So we're here.
So altogether, he has like about 20 million through all his channels.
Subscribers or views?
Subscribers.
Oh.
Yeah, but some of those could be dead accounts.
I mean, yes, yeah, I'm guaranteed some of those are dead accounts. But still,
Yeah,
it's still
most
once again,
definitely.
nothing to scoff at.
Yeah, definitely not
Yeah,
anything to
sure.
scoff at.
And give Derek 100, suddenly he thinks he's that guy.
Right?
No,
Guy just gets a
no.
big head on his shoulders.
No, hell no.
Jeez.
Hell to the no.
Jeez. But speaking of which, let's check Derek's stats right now.
Do we have to?
Yes, we do. It's become my daily ritual, honestly.
I know it has. You fucking texted me. You're like, oh, 100 subscribers. I'm like, please don't tell me I do it. I've only had like 76. And I'm like, okay.
All right, he's at 79 still. Let's check his comments.
Is that video? Oh, I'm getting comments. I've gotten like 4 comments
Oh,
today.
jeez. He got 25 comments. All right.
Okay, he hasn't uploaded in a while though. Like apparently his last upload on at least his Tobuscus channel was 3 months ago. Going to his alt channels. Toby Turner, where's the uploads?
Derek out here replying to people too.
That's been about a month, and very sparsely too. Like one was a month ago, the other one was 3 months ago, the other one was 8 months ago.
Vishojo Booba. Is that the one you're gonna do with Quincy?
Kind of. I'm probably not gonna do Vishojo Booba, but yeah.
Okay.
Look at Derek, all his fans. Almost at 4K views. Look at you go, buddy.
He's a part of the Annoying Orange channel.
Yeah, that's why I say
He was the human.
He did the Annoying Orange show.
Oh, I know the Annoying Orange is still posting and making views.
Well,
Is
there you
it?
Yeah, well, they posted a video 5 days ago, 68K. Another video 11 days ago, 99K. Video 2 weeks ago, 128K. Another video 2 weeks ago, 233K.
Why you're
It's averaging well over 100K views.
Why are you
per video?
And that's the issue.
I didn't know this channel was still going this strong. Jesus Christ.
Alright. Yeah, just doing things. So, welcome to the Gatcha Gang podcast, the most consistent show that we have going on here. And I'm your host, Edison. And as per usual, I'm joined by my fellow co-hosts, Derek and Quincy. Say hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Alright.
I want bum that girl named Daisy. She always drive me crazy. Come on, guys, join in. You never seen a Brave Little Toaster?
I've forgotten, but yeah, go ahead.
You know, chances are I've probably never seen Brave Little Toaster.
For some reason, it's a franchise that a lot of people just haven't seen. I know Quincy and I have, but like I've forgotten most of it.
I might have been subject to watch it at some point in time in my life, but more than likely I have seen it and just forgot. So I wouldn't be surprised if I just never saw it. Yeah, that's how you feeling? That's how you doing?
That's how I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling about everything.
All right. Well, let's jump things off. One, me messing up. Didn't upload what I was supposed to. That's my fault. Missed out on my job like I was supposed to.
Nope. Consistently inconsistent. You did fine.
No, I didn't. So there's that. But this time should do better. And yeah, let's just start things off. Anybody been watching any new anime or anything? Anything special?
Um,
Anything fancy? Yes, no.
I think Quincy and I can kind of talk about something. We're not going to go into everything. We're not going to go into spoilers. I don't think.
What,
But
One Piece live action?
yeah, I only saw the first 2 episodes. I've
I
only seen the
finished it.
first 2. Oh, have you?
I finished it.
So I've only seen the first 2 episodes, but I'm into it. I think I like it. The first episode there's a little too much fan service for me in the first episode, but the second episode really nailed the point and
I
really
just like the memes that are going around from it, and like
I'm intentionally avoiding the memes.
the memes are hilarious. The memes it's like, oh yeah, live action Luffy. I'm gonna be king of the pirates, and I show that pirates can be good people. And meanwhile, it's like anime Luffy. It's just like, yeah, I'm gonna be king of the pirates. Oh, you got some problems? That sounds strictly like a you problem. Oh, you got food? Oh, well, now it's an us problem. Whose ass you need beaten? It's hilarious. I love it. I guess all my friends died, so there's that.
No, we're here.
Oh,
I'm just like, that's not how Luffy works, but okay.
okay. I love it. I love the memes. It's hilarious. But yeah, no, One Piece live action is pretty cool. His attacks look way more brutal in live action than they do in anime. But other than that, it's
Oh yeah,
pretty
he's knocking people's blocks off.
good. Yeah, like it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah, show wise, I mean, glad everybody's enjoying it. I certainly enjoyed what I saw from it. And what you call it? Game wise, anybody been playing anything new? Derek, we'll start off with you. You been playing anything new game wise? Looking forward to anything to play?
So I haven't played anything new, but I have I've restarted a file of Pokemon Crystal, and I was playing
Yeah, you're
that.
talking about the last week. Yeah, okay, you enjoying that? That's doing good things.
It's fun. It's solid. I mean, so you didn't start playing Pokemon until Fire Red and Leaf Green, right? Correct? Am I wrong about that?
That was my first Pokemon game that I played. Was Fire Red? Yes.
I knew it was somewhere in that generation.
Well,
I
actually,
didn't know
no.
that it was...
No. Technically, the first Pokemon game I played was Red. I played Red.
Oh, the OG Red. Okay.
Yeah, because my neighbor across the street from when we were living in a cul-de-sac in Adelanto, Mr. Pat and Miss Pat and Mr. Joe, their kids Lala and Isaac. Isaac had a Game Boy and he had Red. And when I would go over there, sometimes when our parents would be like talking and whatnot, he'd let me play it. They were older than me. I was only probably 7 or 8, and they were like 16.
But
like
cool. Fire Red and Leaf Green, those were the first games you actually took the time and were playing it on the regular, correct?
Yeah, that was the first one I beat. So
yeah, okay. So then I think it is safe to say that was your first one. I mean, I realize why you're saying that Red was, but it's because there's plenty of games where I've played it a little bit. Like when we were talking about Twisted Metal, I'm like, I've played them all at friends' houses, but I don't think I ever spent any dedicated time with any of them.
Yeah. I mean, I spent dedicated time on Red because because that's what got me, because I wanted that one, because I played it, because I remember it exactly. I was playing it, I was at the first Snorlax, and then I was like, oh, Isaac told me, he was like, oh, you need the Poke Flute, so you need to go get that. And I was like, okay, so I was trying to find where that was, and then I never got to it, or I got to it and then used it. But then that was the last time that I ever played that on his Game Boy, because they moved, and then I wanted to play that game again. So when I asked my parents for it, they wound up getting me Fire Red instead of just Red. So I was like, oh, but it was still fine. And then I played all of those on computer once I was able to.
You got an emulator?
Yeah, I
I
had
know.
one. I played
gotten
like
the Pokemon.
all of those. I played Pokemon Yellow.
I couldn't get into Pokemon like that. Like I couldn't get into like the moment to moment gameplay. I'm very picky about my turn based
Yeah.
RPGs.
Yeah, my what you call it? When it came to Pokemon, it basically checks all the boxes for me because like you level up, they evolve. I'm all about evolution, and yeah, you just get to catch them all, as it were, as is the tagline.
Catch them all.
I think the first like turn based RPG I got into was Final Fantasy VII. I think
Funny enough,
it was either Final Fantasy VII or this old game for the Dreamcast called Evolution. Because I fucking loved Evolution.
I
It made
remember
no
Evolution.
goddamn sense,
It
but
made
I
no
loved
sense.
it.
Yeah,
Like old boy had like big ass like the little thing that the switchblade comes out of. There was like a big ass version of that on his back, except a fist came out of it instead of a blade.
yeah. So as that, I think my first actual RPG, turn-based RPG that I played was Digimon World 3.
That sounds like it's very on brand for you.
I can't remember which one I got first, my PlayStation 1 or my Game Boy Advance. Oh well, either one. All I know is like
I got my PlayStation 2, then I got my PlayStation 1. I got it in reverse.
that's backwards and
because-
completely unnecessary.
because I got the PlayStation 2, and then the churches have like a swap meet, and they had a PlayStation 1. They were like 40 games for like $20, and my mom, I was like, "Mom, this," and she was like, "All right."
This.
That's how
right
I got
here.
the legendarily bad PS1 with the 2D 3D Star Wars fighting game. I still have that.
Oh wait,
Yeah, that's
oh,
where I
what
got
was
it
that?
from.
Jedi Masters or whatever?
Yeah, I still got that
I
game.
love that game. I love that game.
That game's so good, but so trash.
It's oh my god, I hated it because I loved it and hated it because again, leveling up, all of that, good. That's Edison. You have my money at that point, but like, you can't save.
Yeah.
You can't save, so you die until you get to another planet, and there's no checkpoints.
That was back in the day where it was like, oh man, I want to beat the game. You have to get unbelievably good. It's like, I guess that's me.
Yeah, it's like, oh well, I guess that's not
That's
happening.
also, I think that's also I got Metal Gear Solid too. Yeah, I got Metal Gear Solid from that drop of games too.
My first Metal Gear Solid game was
Came with
5.
everything but a memory card.
Dude, that is my pain. Because for PS1, I didn't have a memory card, so that's how I messed up my Digimon game because obviously, like I played it a lot, but I didn't have a memory card, so I couldn't save. So I had to leave my game on if I wanted to keep playing.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
So
that's what I did.
that thing was left on for like 4 days straight.
I think Hideo Kojima knew about that too. Go here. I think Hideo Kojima knew about that too because of the fact that in Metal Gear Solid, when Revolver Ocelot is torturing you, if you like most of the time when you die in the game, it just loads you to the last checkpoint.
Yeah.
But the Revolver Ocelot thing, if you die while he's torturing you, you have to load your save. There's no continue. You have to load your save.
Oh, you don't have to save.
Yes, I had to push the square button for my life.
That's why Quincy got so good at mashing shit. That's why he got so good.
And then after that, I remember pausing the game because you get reprieves when you go back in the cell. Stop. In here, you get reprieves when you go back in the cell, and I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna chill here. And I remember pausing the game, talking to my homie, and be like, how do I get it?
I need to know. This is not good.
And then he was just like, oh, well, did you get the ketchup packet? You could lay on the floor and then use the ketchup packet, or you can like crawl underneath the bed, and the guard would be like, oh, he's gone. Well, when you come in, you just knock his ass out. And I was like, oh, that's what I'm gonna do. This is some bullshit.
That's hot. That's hot.
And same thing with
Picasso.
what was it? Psycho Mantis. Because I was like, how the fuck do I beat this guy? And then my homie was like, yeah, you're supposed to take control of the controller port 1 and put in the controller port 2.
I remember that.
And I was like, how the fuck am I supposed to know that?
Yeah, no, Kojima was on something back then, bro. Hideo Kojima was just on something. He just
was like, I can read your every move. How? And the funny part about it, which this is why I need to bring Metal Gear Solid, like, what was it, 4? The one that's only for the PlayStation 3? That's 4, right?
Yeah, that's 4. That's 4.
Yeah, 4. They need to bring 4 back because one hilarious thing is they're like, oh, there's these women that are based off of bosses from the Metal Gear saga, and one of them had the powers of Psycho Mantis. So before I fought her, I did the whole thing. Went to the PlayStation 3 menu, changed my controller to controller port 2, and walked in there, and she just proceeded to roast me. Did you really put your controller in the controller slot 2? What do you think that was gonna do? And I was like, shut up, bitch. Just wait.
you weren't last time. Oh wait, is that? Am I thinking of the right game? Metal Gear Solid 4. Is that the one where you play as Venom Snake?
Yes, that's 4. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you play as Old Man Snake in 4.
Okay, yeah, I'm thinking the right one. Yeah, those bitches.
Yeah, that was good. The multiplayer was addictive in that game.
Those bitches.
I never touched them. I don't think I touched 4 at all. My first.
It took forever to install. Forever.
Okay. When you say forever, are we talking like our PlayStation Network was broken forever, or like DC Universe Online?
Like it wasn't. It was baby DC Universe Online because it was ridiculous. Because after you put the disc in, it was like, now you have to wait for the game to do all this extra shit and installing and loading and all this shit, and it just shows you a cool video of Snake smoking a cigarette and what a surgeon general said cigarettes could cause cancer. It was fucking stupid.
It says cigarettes can cause cancer.
Yeah, it was still dog. It took forever. Like whenever I deleted that game and I want to play it again, I'm like, nah, I'm putting it in overnight. Like fuck that. I ain't Metal Gear Solid 4. If it wasn't already on your PlayStation 3, that wasn't a spontaneous let's play it game.
Yeah. Nah, I remember there was a lot of drama. There was a lot of drama behind that game for things that really had nothing to do with the game itself. Nobody was mad about the gameplay. Nobody was mad about the story. They were mad that there were multiple cutscenes that were more than an hour long.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
They were mad that the game did not launch with the multiplayer, despite being advertised with the multiplayer. They were mad that what you just said, installing it at the time, because the PS3 was really bad about that shit.
Oh yeah. Preach.
And so there were people who I did not play Metal Gear Solid 4 until Phantom Pain came out. They were like, "Oh, I need to go back. I need to go back and play Metal Gear Solid 4." But yeah.
Five was my first thing.
5 is both versions of 5. I don't remember what the first one is called.
I need. What do you mean? Ground Zero is just a demo.
Ground Zero.
Yeah, Ground Zero is technically a demo, but it's the first mission. It's still you don't play that mission in Phantom Pain.
Yeah,
but it's free though.
And it wasn't free.
It wasn't at first.
No, it's free now. Yeah, it was like $20.
Yeah, it was a whole game at first. It was $40. That's why there was controversy behind it.
Exactly, it was $40.
No, it was $40.
I remember people bitching about it, and yes, because you can beat the story, quote unquote, of Ground Zeroes in 2 hours, something like that.
Yeah, because it's just
But hold on. In my opinion, I played the shit out of Ground Zeroes. There's a lot to do in it. Yes, it's very simple. Yes, it's only one map, but there was a lot going on. I felt like it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and if you beeline things, just kind of how Forspoken, for instance, it took me a good bit to beat that game, and some people are it took them less than 10, less than 5 or whatever. If you just
a lot of people, they just which is weird to me, because it's you can't measure a game strictly by its story content, because you can do things really fast, especially if a game doesn't hinder you with arbitrary walls, for instance on Honkai, where it's you can't, or Genshin, Hoyoverse games, you can't do a certain thing until you're a certain level for your account level. If there's no restrictions on that, then yes, you can get through a game really quickly and everything. And so but like I don't think it's fair necessarily to do that,
Yeah.
especially in an open world game. So when an open world game happens, its content isn't really defined by the length of the story. It's defined by what can you do in this open world.
Kind of like how fast can you beat Skyrim, for instance, if you just beeline the story.
Oh yeah.
I've never played Skyrim a day in my life.
Have you not?
Whenever I think of Skyrim, I think of like Steph, because that was the shit that she used to play. She had like 100 plus hours in Skyrim.
Yup.
That was her jam.
Without and
That was a jam.
you want to know the best,
bro?
You want to know the best part? You want to know the best part? She's still never touched she's still never beaten the main story.
Yup. That's game right there.
She put hundreds of hours on the PS3 version. She put hundreds of hours on the PS4 version. She wanted to get it for the Switch. She played it for maybe like 8 hours on the Amazon Echo. That's not a joke.
Yeah.
But did she play it on the Samsung fridge?
Actually, did she get the Switch version? Because I know the Switch version had Legend of Zelda shit.
I have the Switch version.
And now they got the whole newest version.
Yeah.
Now a Sony motherfuckers can have mods.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like she played the shit out of that game, and like, for as much as people make fun of that game because of
How many times it's been re-released?
Yeah, how many times it's been released? Let's be fair. One of the things that I love about that game is that if I talk to somebody about it, no two people played that game the same. Not at all.
Yeah, I like me. Like if I'm in a game, just like when we get like Baldur's Gate, I'm a thief. I always choose being a thief because it makes shit way easier being a high charisma thief.
Quincy's a problem.
I'm the solution.
Quincy's a problem.
I am only the solution.
Quincy's
Like most
the
of the time,
Don't talk to
many
me. He's a
times in
criminal.
video games, they're just like, hey, you trying to save the world? Yeah. You need this item to save the world? Yeah. Fuck you, give me money. Like, no, I'm just
They
gonna
gotta
rob
run
you
a
when you go to
business, bro.
sleep.
They
I
gotta
don't
run
care.
a-
I'm just gonna rob you when you go to sleep.
Okay, look. The
Matter of
lot,
fact, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna rob you right in front of your face.
It's like, all right, no need to sneak around him. Nat 20. Yeah, give me your shit.
yeah, nat 20 plus an extra like 9 to 10 because I put all my stats in the charisma and thieving.
So I'm gonna rob from you, and you're gonna actually thank me for it.
Oh man, you're right. I didn't really need that. That was being a hindrance to my company. It sure was.
Thanks. Now that that's out of my inventory, I can go make other purchases.
Good.
It's so petty.
That's what I play.
I get it. I completely get it. And we talked about this. I think we
light
talked about
magic.
this down in
very,
Anaheim.
very, very light magic because I'm a half elf. So like I may be able to cast a fireball, but don't ask me to do anything else.
It'd be like, we don't have a wizard. Ed fucked off that way. All right, Quincy. So we need you to be our
Listen,
match.
do you need me to light a fire?
No, we need you to
It is
use
above
light.
my pay grade.
Can we call Ed?
I could use some magic to pick a lock. That's about it.
Ooh, yeah, I can probably use magic to pick a lock, magic to make a light fireball enough to cause something to catch on fire. You might. That's a hard might. Get some like minor healing out of me. It'd be the magic version of a Hello Kitty Band-Aid. I shit you not. Other than that, holler at me when there's thieving that needs to be done.
Call me when a chest is locked, okay?
Exactly, I'm that guy. I'm like, you know who I am? I'm like, you remember playing what was it? Dragon's Crown, the thief that follows you and opens up. That's me.
That's me.
That's me. He like me for real.
Nowhere in sight until you go, hey bro, this chest needs to be unlocked. I got you.
Exactly. That's
It's like, wait, so you're just able to get here wherever? Yeah. Why don't you help us fight the, I don't know, the literal vampires and the demon bird up there? They're like, nah, bro, that's all y'all.
That's y'all. That's y'all. Like I got high stealth. I got high thievery. I got high charisma. You know, I'm kind of good with a bow. I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of nice with a bow. But if I ain't got to fight,
I can't wait for Quincy to talk his way out of Cthulhu.
nah, hell yeah. I'm matter of fact, I'm gonna roll charisma so high, Cthulhu gonna put the parasite in his own brain. He gonna be like, you know what? This is pretty high. You gonna give everyone else the drip, but you?
This is pretty hot. I just imagine like it's just actually Quincy's like medieval person. Like, damn, that brainworm pretty hot. I like it, Picasso. But you know that would look even better on you, bro. And it's like, you really think so? It's like, yeah, bro. Like, come on, like, look at it. Just hold it up real quick. Hold it up. It's like, you know what? That's high. Hold it up. Hold it up. A little bit higher. Now tilt it a little bit to the left. Bro, that's you tripping right now.
Yeah, boom. There you go. Well, technically it's the mind flare. Ah, damn, I don't want to fuck with the mind flare.
Too bad we're doing it.
That's the first thing we're gonna do is get that shit out of our brains. Like, I don't care what it is. I'm gonna skip brothels. As soon as I just need to get the shit out of my brain, because apparently that's really early on in the game. You can get it out of your brain. So I just.
Oh, it's like in your brain. I didn't know.
Yes, that's how. That's like apparently like a very early thing.
You know what I want to do? I don't know. There's this thing that I've been talking about. It's like the dark. What you call it, dark desires path or whatever, that you can choose when you're making your character. I want to see what that's all about.
You can do it, like, if you want to go down the path of like the Sith, basically you just don't take the thing out of your brain and use its dark magic and, you know, allow the mind flare, basically be a servant of the mind flare for the game.
Fuck that nigga, he don't know me.
Exactly.
Because I think it's supposed to be like, you know, intrusive thoughts, the game mode. And that's basically how they describe it. They describe it as like it's basically intrusive thoughts.
Like Mass Effect.
It's like intrusive thoughts, the game mode, and I want to see what it's all about because I think it'd be hilarious. Because obviously I'm gonna like alignment wise, I'm gonna be me. Like I'm gonna treat it like I would if I was put in those situations and do what I would do. But if there's intrusive thoughts, I want to like, you know, because I'm gonna be a tiefling. You know, we're connected to like the demon realm and all that. You know, there's gonna be a little bit of intrusive thoughts in there that might be like kill your family, and I'm gonna be like, well.
How about you don't kill your family? Because we're gonna be your family.
Yeah, and then I'll think about it.
Adoptive family, yeah.
And then it's like you might catch me in camp hovering over one of y'all's beds while y'all resting, and you know.
Don't be hovering over my bed. I'm gonna be ass naked for no reason most of the time. What is wrong with you?
Why are you the way that you are?
I won't be ass naked. Jeez.
You don't sleep naked?
No comment. We're gonna let Derek do this.
All right.
There we go.
We're gonna let Derek do this.
The truth is in the silence.
But yeah, it's gonna be good. I can't wait to actually play that with you guys. It's gonna be fun. Gotcha game, go through Baldur's Gate 3.
It's gonna be fun.
It is gonna be fun.
I feel like I'm gonna wind up murdering Derek, but
yeah,
don't murder anybody.
I mean, I think he's right though. I think he's gonna murder me.
Hold on, what the fuck are you gonna be, Derek?
Derek's gonna
I don't know yet. I don't know. I'm gonna pick. Stop. You keep wanting me to be the lizard people. I'm not gonna be a fucking lizard.
You said you either wanted to be a furry or a scaly, and there's no furries, so you're a scaly.
I never said scaly.
Quincy,
I never said scaly. I said tiefling.
I vividly remember furry, but I do not remember scaly.
I wouldn't say furry. I said cat girl or bunny girl. That doesn't mean furry, you motherfucker.
Hold on, there isn't any type of like cat or bunny.
No, there's no cat or bunny. Because you was like, if not those, then I'll be a lizard person. That's why I was like, you're gonna be a lizard person then. Because
I said lizard people aren't bad. Because I remember in like Skyrim, they have natural like armor stats. So if they're ass naked, they still have armor.
That's the reason. I'm holding my hand up. That's the reason I don't want to be a lizard person because that's how I played every Elder Scrolls game because of the stat boosts, and I'm a little sick of playing that type. That's why I know I didn't say fucking lizard people. Get that shit out of your mouth.
Yeah, being a lizard person in Elder Scrolls, you get like natural like armor bonuses, and you could like you swim very well too.
No, you don't drown.
Oh, you don't drown. There you go. You cannot drown. That's even better.
I didn't know they had
Which-
gills.
Better than if you're a red guard. As soon as you touch the water, you fold.
What? I was like, what? Quincy, that's racist.
That'd be racist as hell. Oh my god.
Oh no, that water ankle deep.
That water ankle deep. How that would suck. Like, imagine not being able to go in water.
I mean, like every old game in PS2 times.
Oh yeah, true. Vice City, you got in that water, you were dead.
Yeah. Like, I feel like this newest Spider-Man is the first Spider-Man where you got in the water, just didn't die, he just zipped out.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be fun. What class are you gonna be, Derek? Because if you
You're asking me questions. I'm gonna figure everything out when I pick up the game.
It's a lot to it, too, because there's like what, 20-ish main classes, and then 40 or like, I know it's a ridiculous amount of subclasses.
there's a bunch of subclasses because like
There's a
I
bunch
think
of
every main
subclasses.
class has like 3 subclasses or something like that, and then wizards alone have so many different schools.
Yeah. Yeah, hey, you could be a wizard, treated like Wizard 101, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can finally get your wish.
That's
There you
not
go.
my wish, unless there's cards and I can draw a monster card though.
You can
Hey.
do that already. There's already a game for that.
No, there's not.
That's how I feel about playing when I play Honkai, and I play as the chick that uses the
Oh, the mahjong tiles.
Yeah, the mahjong tiles. Whenever she uses her ultimate, it's like draw monster card.
I told I was like, oh yeah, when he got her and he was playing with her, I was like, oh shit, is that like actually like your mahjong board or whatever? He was like, yes. I was like, damn,
It's
welcome
a
to
matching
Astrologian.
game. Yeah, it's literally a matching game at the same time. I fuck with it. It's unique.
Yeah, it is unique. Speaking of Honkai Star Rail, since that's what me and Quincy have been playing the most. After playing it for like 3 days straight and everything. Honest review, pretty hot.
Yeah, if you like turn-based stuff, and pretty sure it's better for Derek because he doesn't have to worry about mixing stuff. You actually get time to think about your next move rather than run around. Like, every time I think about
Panicking and
running
screaming.
around, all I think about is like when Ed was dying of laughter when I was running as Diona running away from explosions. Just her little run.
Oh my
This time
god.
you get to think. You get to think and plan out your moves. And there's no mixing elements either. So
Yeah, I
let's
wish
work
there
on
was, because like that'd be kind of cool.
I'm okay with not, because that's differentiate.
I'm
It has to
okay with
differentiate
it not.
itself, you know.
Yeah, I'm okay with it not being a thing.
Plus, they got
I
more stuff. You got whole imaginary. You got like the dark one. You know,
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
because the main ones are ice, fire.
physical. That's not anything in Genshin,
Well,
unless you would count.
It
Earth
is technically
as physical.
It is in Genshin. Physical is a thing in Genshin
Don't mix with nothing.
because it's physical. Just like it's physical damage.
Yep. Okay, but hold on. Dong Hong has a fucking spear, and he's still got his own element. Like it doesn't. I see what you're saying, but physical means something completely different in Honkai than it does
yeah.
in Genshin.
Yeah, because
doesn't.
yeah,
It does.
it does
doesn't.
because
They
if
do
someone
it's the
because
same
even
thing.
people like, let's say in Genshin you're playing as like any character. If you're just doing their regular attack, like 98% of the characters, their regular attack doesn't have any type of
It
element
does.
to it.
The only
Right.
ones that isn't a thing for where they don't have physical are the catalyst users. Everybody else does physical.
That's what we're saying.
But yeah, that's what we're. That's what
we're
saying.
saying. We're saying most of those people have physical, but in Honkai, if your character's not a physical type, they don't do physical damage like that.
Oh,
They always do.
oh.
A percentage of their DPS is always going to be their element.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh well, then I
Yeah.
misunderstood because I thought you were saying it's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, he has, because the way Derek worded it, it was like, oh, he has his weapon, but he still has like an element.
Yeah, we
Right.
was talking about damage.
The element
Yeah.
is what's doing the damage,
Yeah.
not the weapon.
Not the weapon.
Yeah, so
I misunderstood.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Because if that was the case, then physical would be busted. Everyone would do a little bit of physical, but now
Yeah.
physical,
I mean, I feel like that doesn't make a huge difference. But
yeah, but I mean, at least this time, because physical damage in Genshin is like, just regular damage. It doesn't really mean really much on the grand scale of mixing. And the meta,
because of their mechanics and everything.
Yeah,
Physical
and this one, physical has, it has, each thing has a cool thing that goes with it once they get hit with it hard enough or get hit with it enough. It has a chance of doing some sort of cool thing.
Yeah.
Even physical, so
hit them niggas with a bat or any. All the physical people, there's nothing sharp about them. Like, but why does it cause bleed?
Yeah, except it makes no sense with Clara. It's like counterattack, fuck off, hand laser. That was physical damage and you're bleeding, nigga. It was a beam.
Electricity, bare minimum. Like,
nah, it was a laser bat. Like, what, sir?
It's like, all right, I get it with the Trailblazer. It's like, oh yeah, smack them. If you smack somebody hard enough with a bat, they're gonna bleed.
Like, I know, but at the same time, most times
enough blunt force trauma causes bleed damage.
I feel like honestly would be even more hilarious is that like if the physical thing once they hit them with physical, the chance thing for it instead of bleed, it should be they forget it's their turn. Like they're stunned. Like it would be like a stun. That would be cool. That would have made more sense. I'm cool with the bleed because it's hilarious. But hit you with a bat. Whose turn is it? I don't know. It's your turn. You missed your turn. Oh no. I'll do it next time, I swear.
All that blunt force trauma to his cranium caused him to develop Alzheimer's.
Immediate Alzheimer's.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's cool. Like
it's a night. I like it.
Yeah, Star Rail definitely a nice little breath of fresh air from playing Genshin since that's all I've been able to play Hoyoverse wise.
All we got is that. And
I still do like Genshin better.
I like Genshin better only because I like real-time combat better.
Yeah, you like active combat, so
I like active combat.
Which I feel that's where a lot of people's separation on liking or disliking a game comes from is when it comes to combat, whether it's active or turn-based, because a lot of people don't like. Ever since we've gotten like active combat in any game, they've like going back to a turn-based or a like semi-active combat a la Final Fantasy XIV or Xenoblade Chronicles. People kind of don't like it as much.
7 Intergrade, Final Fantasy, even Final Fantasy 7 remake. But the thing about it is like that's what the creator, director, whatever Final Fantasy 16 said. It's like, oh, it needs to evolve into something more active combat. But then again, we see games like that aren't active combat, like Persona kills it, and then it's turn based.
Yeah, it does.
Persona kills it, that's turn based.
And that's the type. It's a JRPG, so like
turn based and stuff like that. So
I think
it's not like there isn't a lane for it. It's just people.
I just think
it's a wider lane for active.
Yeah, I just feel it's the thing of once people have had a taste of it, especially if it's good in that certain like franchise or even like type of game, it's hard for them to go backwards in terms of like still enjoying that old style. So with Persona, that's always been its thing.
Yeah,
I mean Persona's done active combat though.
In
not really
offshoot games. Like with Dragon Quest.
Offshoot games, but it's still like the creator be like, hey, it's fucking.
Yeah, I know. It's still
part of the
Persona.
Story.
Yeah, just like with Dragon Quest Heroes, it's like all Dragon Quest games.
The dancing one was canon.
Hold on. You want to talk about Persona canon? So technically,
we don't want to talk about Persona canon.
No. He's already started it. So anyway. When it comes to the dancing games, technically they're canon, but everybody except for the Velvet Room characters got their mind wiped. It's the exact same thing with the Q games. In the Q games, all the characters get their mind wiped again, and ripped from time. So that's why the Persona 5 characters are the same age as the Persona 3 characters, even though technically by the time Persona 5 happens, the Persona 3 characters should all be adults. Also, you get things like the fighting games where the Persona 3 characters and the Persona 4 characters meet each other and they're appropriately aged, except those games are not canon. At no point have they been considered canon. The creators are like, nope, these are their own thing, they don't fucking count, they don't matter. Even though they've got this really cohesive story and a whole, they add on to the games, they've already said that the fighting games are not canon. I don't know about Strikers. I think Strikers is canon. But I have a feeling that Tactica, when that comes out, that's going to be considered non-canon as well. They're probably going to wipe their minds at the end of that too.
And like I said, Persona, they've been doing great. Like you got dance and active combat to turn-based, and then
I mean dancing. That's just it's a dancing thing, and then active combat.
Well, I know, but they still got a taste of active combat.
Yeah, the same way that Dragon Quest people got a taste of active combat in Heroes, but like.
Yeah, but people love that. People love Dragon Quest Heroes.
But I had 2 of them.
Out of the 12 plus that have been turn-based, yes.
So
yeah.
I mean,
you said a taste. That sounds like a taste to me.
Yeah.
Just because the whole chicken is turn-based, if that one crumb is active combat, right?
I don't know why we're using a chicken as the analogy, but yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, that was a good active combat chicken leg. Doesn't mean I'm going to eat the rest of this turn-based chicken. But that chicken leg was hit. That chicken leg was hot. It hit. It hit.
Yeah.
So I feel like Final Fantasy could go back.
It could. Like, and I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, now that it's done active combat, it should only be active combat from now on. Like, one of my favorite Final Fantasy games is 14, and that's like.
Just like if they make another, what is it, the Chrono Trigger game? Yeah, the Chrono Trigger games. If the next one's like, if they decide to make a new one that's active combat, doesn't mean like, if they want to go back to turn-based, niggas will be like, oh no, we've been spoiled.
We haven't seen Chrono Trigger in eons.
In decades,
sorry, bro.
They'll just keep re-releasing it.
Like, it's so bad, but it's so.
What console hasn't it been on at this point?
I mean, if you count actual proper re-release, then like only DS.
If Trials of Mana can get a whole ground up remake, then I feel like there's hope out there for the Chrono Trigger franchise.
I mean, they made a game recently. I forgot what it was called, but it's it's not by Square Enix, but this company made a game that is essentially a spiritual successor to Chrono Trigger.
Oh yeah, C and whatever the hell it came out, and it's on PlayStation.
Yeah, and it's really good, and I'd probably play it. I probably would play it because I loved Chrono Trigger. Like,
they got the whole composer of the Chrono Trigger.
Oh, I swear.
Yeah.
Oh, but did Toriyama draw the things?
No, I don't think Toriyama.
Well, then it's not Chrono Trigger, and I hate it.
I feel like that's not the big thing, but
it's the only thing. No,
I feel like it's not the only thing. I mean, it is nice, but I feel like after a while, like, I don't know. Besides Sandland, I am seeing some like someone like Toriyama really dug inside his artist bag. When it came to like Dragon Quest, I'm just like, that's Gogeta, that's Vegito, that's Kid Goku.
It's straight up.
Everyone looks
straight up. It was hilarious. It's like, is that Gogeta Blue in prison? It was the best. I loved watching Quincy play Dragon Quest 11 and seeing all the actual characters from Dragon Ball Z.
So, like, just saying.
I mean, Chrono Trigger was basically that same thing. It's like the whole Chrono might as well just be fucking Super Saiyan Gohan or whatever. And then what you call it. But yeah, but it's nice that it's different than Genshin, Honkai.
Oh
And all
yeah,
that.
I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Nigga,
Yeah.
I've always liked turn based. Just because I prefer active doesn't mean I never liked. I'd still like turn based, and this is giving me like Xenosaga vibes. If anyone remembers Xenosaga,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I never played it, but I know what you're talking about.
yeah, it's giving me Xenosaga vibes, and like I really love Xenosaga. So,
The precursor to Xenoblade.
oh really? Didn't know that.
Yeah. It's like Xenosaga, Xenogears, all that good jazz.
Oh, I didn't know that. But if you like turn-based combat and you like Genshin and you like,
And
how
you don't want to
the
worry about like
Hoyoverse
mixing things.
does and how the Hoyoverse does their Gotcha games, because I feel like they're very nice and generous and give you a lot of content, and you don't have to put any money in. Like hell, like I got 3 5-stars and I didn't put a cent in.
Fucking
Yeah, but you're
bragging about
cheating,
it. Look
so,
at him.
you know.
He's bragging about it.
I'm selling the game to other people.
Do you have a
It's free to
sponsorship?
No, I feel like we should get a sponsorship. I feel like
mean,
that should have been what some of the terms, like, hey, if you're gonna make a video, let us know and we'll see if we can get you a sponsorship. That could be like click clack clack click. Yeah, guys, this video is actually sponsored by Hoyoverse.
That'd be hot. That'd be real hot.
It's like, yeah.
Also,
It's like, and it's like, okay, what do you guys want? Like, you guys want, like, some money for the video? Nah, just give us like 10 rolls and we'll be fine.
I was like, yeah, just start my pity off real nice, you know?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Give us that good shit.
Yeah, but like I said, if you want to not worry about a lot, like mentally,
Mixing,
because like I will say
good
this,
music. I will say the music in it is good too.
music's dope. I love the music in
is
Star
cool.
Rail.
Like
the
I
underground song makes you think of something from Nier.
I got sick and tired of the underground song because I got so many Honkai Star Rail advertisements about Natasha that I've just heard that forever. She's like, I'm the underworld doctor, blah 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 blah, and it's an unskippable ad.
My ads are really quick. It was like, flashy anime shit, flashy anime shit, flashy anime shit. Who's this? Titties. Honkai Star Rail.
Yeah.
Must be nice. Must be nice.
My favorite Star Rail ad that I would get constantly was the one that makes it look like it's a fucking buddy cop video game.
What Honkai Star Rail advertisements are you getting?
There's this one ad. Maybe I have to send it to you guys where it's got this really goofy music and it shows like the main 3 characters. And then they're being chased by Gepard, and like every time a new character comes up, it'll be like March 7th, and it'll show them, and then like Gepard is chasing them, and all of a sudden his name pops up, and it'll just go through everybody, and like at one point you see what's her name? The Fox girl, like selling photos of one of the main characters, and it's just like it shows her name and Bailu sitting on the bench with her little water thing, and her name pops up. It's so fucking goofy. Oh, at one point Sampo's just like hiding in a trash can, and you're like, what the fuck?
I swear to God, that's like the Dan of this game. I don't want Sampo.
I don't want Sampo.
So I got a Sampo print at the convention this last weekend.
Oh, that's fine. I mean,
you do you. We will thoroughly judge you for it.
What I was gonna say is he's a character that I've got so many mixed emotions towards, because like, one, he's really fucking annoying in the story. Like, he's so fucking annoying. I'm like, you deserve everything. Sorry, my mic fell off. You deserve everything that happened to you. And he's such a prick, and I hate him. But at the same time, I'm like, I kind of like seeing stupid shit happen to Sampo. And then also, I have him on my team, and he's not bad. I actually like.
This guy's a Sampo apologist. Oh, brother. Sampo simp. Yeah, Derek's a Sampo simp.
So, yeah. I mean, like, when it comes down to the only like Hoyoverse characters There are only a handful of Hoyoverse characters that I own merch for, even if it's fan merch, and Sampo is one of them. Kafka's another one, but yeah.
Oh, Kafka's cool. I've been using her because, like, I randomly added a person to have a level 80 Kafka, so I've been using that a lot. By every time.
I was gonna say, especially if you're farming, she's great.
Oh, hell yeah. Ain't nothing stopping me. It'd be like, nothing here. The game be like, oh, but nothing in here is weak to electric. Are they weak to death? Because she's got
that breathing sensation.
Yeah, that breathing sensation. Remember it. At least that's what she says.
Yeah, no. Characters are cool. Like, characters are real cool. Character designs are nice and everything.
Ults are flashy too.
Ults are very flashy. That's cool. And I mean, they have to be if you're going to be seeing them every 2 seconds.
Yeah. Even your ice dude, his ult looks fucking dope.
Do you guys have it on 2x speed, or do you have it on regular?
I play it on 2x speed.
I do too. Yeah.
I have it on regular.
And it's still cool.
I should do it, especially when I'm farming. I should do 2x speed plus auto because Kefka 80 Kefka's right there.
The 80 Kefka is right there. What are you doing? You just...
There's no harm in playing auto for farming. Now you can't do it for the story, but for farming, go ahead. Just get there are people who look down on people who do that, but I don't give a shit. Do it.
Why are there people that look down on it? I don't.
I can understand if it was like story stuff, maybe. Because no, I couldn't understand the story stuff because I put it on auto once and Ed was there, and they were making stupid decisions, and I'm like,
I mean, you could adjust that. You can adjust that. So
you can, yeah.
Yeah, but like that's usually a thing with auto. Like usually AI is built to just do everything that they're capable of doing.
It's like, why the fuck are you using your ult on one person when there's a next wave coming? You can use your ult on all of those people.
Death. Death means death. Yeah, no. But yeah, like I said, with Genshin, it can be overwhelming for me sometimes with having to like mix and stuff. So it is nice to have something like this to just like not worry about as much. It's because I can get overwhelmed by having to like know all that stuff and what does what and how things interact.
Loading speeds are nice. Graphically, it's nice. Music is nice.
Like
character design,
like solid.
Same thing as Genshin. Could be better, but it's not. It's solid. It could be better.
I will argue because I'm
Genshin.
I would.
Well,
yeah,
Derek's a Genshin hater, so
I can kind of understand because when I see Bailu alone, like she has a lot going on with her. Like there's certain characters that have a lot going on with them.
So like I've complained about Genshin's character design a lot, and for some reason, despite the fact that they've got the exact same character designer, I feel like they've definitely gone out of their wheelhouse a lot more and made each world have unique characters compared to the last one, which is weird because Genshin has different regions and all the characters feel the same with the exception of the Sumeru characters. All of the characters feel the fucking same.
I feel like when I went to the Earth place, Liyue,
yeah.
When I went to Liyue, I felt like I got Liyue was very different from like the electric place or whatever.
Yeah, to me, their regions are all very unique and different, and like the way that people do and dress and everything.
Even the way people talked to you.
Yeah,
was
like
different.
I don't feel.
It's no Dragon Quest 11 different though. Hometown where people spoke nothing but haikus.
That was definitely something, and it was like, all right, yeah, that was different. I remember that day too because he was there. He was like, yeah, I'm just in this place. They speak weird. I don't know what's going on. And I got out there and I was watching. Yeah, and I was like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, 7, 5. They're speaking in fucking haikus. He was like, no. And then the next sentence we counted. He was like, they're speaking in haikus.
They only spoke in haikus.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't see the same like issue that you see with the characters on Genshin, Derek, because like everybody's
also. there be characters like, for instance, like that one dude that was with Beto who was from the Electric Place. Like there'll be things like that.
Kazuha. Yeah.
Yeah, there'll be characters like that where it's like, oh, these characters are technically like you see them here, but they're technically from somewhere else.
Yeah, like what you call it? What's that chick called? The small rabbit radish chick and everything
What?
that Quincy has. I forgot her name.
From what game?
Genshin.
Rabbit radish chick?
The chick that throws the bunnies out of her basket.
Oh, Sayu.
Is that her name?
No, not Sayu. The other Sayu's the wind one. The little one, the Dendro one that
Yeah.
suits the healing bunnies. I can't remember her
Yeah.
name right now.
Yeah, that's like all that. Like they're very different. Like everybody's different, and you can tell where everybody's basically from because of how they're dressed. It's like
Yeah,
you know, it's like, oh hey, Jean's from Mondstadt.
yeah. Mondstadt was pretty vanilla. Like, yeah,
I mean, Mondstadt's
Mondstadt
Europe.
was pretty,
Mondstadt's-
Mondstadt was pretty vanilla. Then I feel like Liyue felt very different from Mondstadt, especially with
Very
the
different.
with the what are the animal god people?
Adepti.
Yeah, the Adepti, like they were very different from Mondstadt
Yeah, it's
for
like,
sure.
yeah, the cultures and everything in there, it's like very different. And then even the people in Japan, like they vastly different from everybody else because it's like
Haven't done Sumeru or Fontaine yet, so I can't. I've done a bit of Fontaine, but not enough.
Sumeru. I will say they have the most variety because it's essentially two different cultures in one.
The
Because you
forest niggas and the desert niggas.
yeah, because like they are very different from each other, even though it's all Sumeru. So
Yeah, man. I mean, I can't say anything about Honkai because I'm still stuck on the fucking snow planet.
same, brother, same.
Like, oh man, I can't wait to go to another because they're like, oh, planets, and I see the map and I'm like, ooh, look at all these other planets. I can't wait to go to other planets. Oh, I'm just stuck. Oh,
yeah. You're not high enough Trailblazer level yet. Get good, scrub.
I just want to go to other planets.
Yeah, so I don't know. I never understood the whole like, oh, they're all the same. It's like I feel like they're vastly different.
Yeah. Story's good too. I feel like
Story is good. And if the little bit that
Yeah,
I've done,
I prefer the story.
I wasn't expecting what's her face, the chick that heals with the grenade launcher.
Natasha. I
was
love her.
I wasn't expecting Natasha to be the leader of like the resistance down there, basically.
yeah, I mean,
Right.
it's supposed to be the little like turnabout, like what's
Yeah.
a twist?
And it's like, oh, Natasha was the leader. But you mean the person like Natasha did? I mean, she gave like stern, like I'm in charge but reluctant vibes. But it wasn't like, oh, you're the actual leader type thing.
Yeah, but it's good so far. It's good. I am glad that people
I
that
miss my
don't
jump
like
button.
like now there I do too. Now there's two games to where it's like, hey, if you don't like an aspect, try the other one, and you might like that one.
Then they'll have a third one. And if you don't like any of those, then I don't know what to tell you.
yeah. At that point, it's like you're just being complicated. They do have a lot of similarities though, like the whole relic thing, like all that stuff's there.
The different spiral abysses.
I do like that because it's like I like how Spiral Abyss works, and it gives you gems. So like, what's not to like about it?
Jesus Christ! Oh, the different spiral abysses.
There are a lot though, because I thought that fucking the simulated universe was the Spiral Abyss, and then it was like, okay, I can get behind this. This is cool. Same thing. You get your different bonuses every time, and they basically split Genshin Spiral Abyss into two separate events. Because simulated universe is the go through, you pick a bonus every like round or whatever, or in here it's
Every
you
fight.
beat an enemy. Yeah.
Oh, so actually, I meant to bring that up. That really reminds me of. So that doesn't feel as much like Spiral Abyss as it does. There's a. I don't remember the name of it, but there's a sorry, on my brain, I'm having a
Brain
moment.
fart. It's okay.
There's a thing in Goddess of Victory Nike that's like that where you pick a bonus after every couple rounds, and it helps level your fucking characters. And so that felt more like Nike to me than it did Genshin.
Which is funny because when I took the survey, they asked me if I played that game.
Yep.
Because I mean, that's literally what Genshin does. So
There's
like that's what the Spiral Abyss is like. You go in, you pick your bonuses and everything, and that helps you get through it.
there's a lot of little things about Star Rail that feel like they've definitely taken notice of other games, whether it be Azure Lane or Nike or even Fate, because the light cones are almost identical
light
to
cones
the
are
craft
just
essences.
the fucking that's just craft essences from Fate.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as that popped up, I was like, okay, so this is just Fate. Okay.
Yeah. And now Ed understands why I like it so much more than Genshin.
Yeah, no, Derek's just a Genshin hater, so like he's completely biased. He's completely biased, but it's okay. It's only because he doesn't understand mixing, so it's fine, and we can't.
And
I hate
for that. Farming for relics, and I hate.
But you literally have to do all of that stuff in here. That's why I don't understand.
Game. That's why Quake is shaken, not stirred.
Stop.
I would argue, and maybe you're not far enough, or maybe you will get far and you'll disagree with me. But I feel like the relics in this game are a lot more dumbed down than what you're getting in for artifacts from Genshin. There's not as many different sets as there was in Genshin. Two, when you start farming for them, you get such an abundance of them that it doesn't feel like you're farming for nearly as long as you would in Genshin. And again, maybe you'll feel completely differently once you're doing all that, and you'll be like, "No, Derek, you're wrong. You know, I had to do it for just as long as I had to do in Genshin. I had to think a lot more than I do in Genshin. You know, who knows?" But at the moment, from where I'm standing and what I've had to do for the relics, because like I will look, I'm like, okay, I need these relics. Let me try and get them, and within like 20 minutes, I've got what I need, and I'm like, cool, all right, that's fine. Whereas you've looked at my sets before in Genshin, and you go, well, you need to start farming, and I'm like, okay, cool, let me go start farming. Okay, I don't even have that area unlocked yet. I have to go unlock it. Okay, I'm not even ready to fight this area. All right, and then it becomes a fucking chore, and then I do finally get all of that out of the way and start farming, and I'm not getting what I need. And it's like, okay, this all feels fucking pointless. It felt like it feels like a job. It doesn't feel like a game. I'm not having fun. I'm doing work, and I don't feel like video games should feel like that. And I get that. I get that people have that exact same complaint about Fate. I've heard that from friends who do the events, because they're like, there's a free character at the end of this. There are free craft essences throughout this, but I have to put in almost 20 hours into just this event. This isn't even the story. This is just an event. Just to get this shit. That's not fair. And to that I say, you are correct. I like to do that, but I get why you don't. And so that is that for me in Genshin. I don't feel like I'm having fun when I'm farming for relics, whereas I do feel like I'm having fun doing an event in Fate. And
do you die a lot
in
what you call it?
In what? Fate?
In Fate or Star Rail?
Neither. I don't die a lot in neither of them.
And there's the difference.
I mean, I haven't died a lot in Star Rail either.
Well, no, because, I mean, with Derek's thing, it's like, because the thing that happened with Misty Dungeon was, like, since he couldn't get it and he was, like, dying a lot, he wasn't having fun. And, like, because that's, like, kind of been his whole thing with a lot of video games he's playing. It's like, if he's losing too much, then it stops being fun. He doesn't want to play. Just like when we played Demon Slayer. It's like, he's having a good time if he's, like, beating me and killing me and everything. But if I start winning, like, more easily, then like it's like he just stops playing. So it's like, and that's the same thing with Genshin. It's like it's the stuff that he has to do to get the things that he needs. Since he's not at the level that he should be to do those things a little bit more comfortably. So he's dying a lot, or he doesn't understand how the elements work to make it easier for him. So he's actively making it harder for himself, not intentionally, but it's just a simple, like, not understanding the fundamentals of the game. So you get, like, you're gonna be at a disadvantage. And I feel like that's the main difference with Derek with Genshin versus Honkai. It's like Honkai is easier for him to understand, so he's better at it. And same thing with Fate and all the other games. Like, easier to understand, makes life a little bit easier. Versus Genshin, where he doesn't understand it, so it's going to be harder for him.
Yeah.
Well, there also isn't a lot of sets in this game, since it's newer. There isn't as many sets as there is in Genshin.
Yeah, and I mean, with Genshin sets, with that, I don't see the issue with it, like, because it's like,
and
it's not
easier
like
to get too. Like Derek said, you get in 20 minutes, and you've gone like farming for like a day and not.
I'm farming. No, because he's farming the exact same way that a casual person would farm on here. He's not optimizing. I'm farming artifacts to optimize. You can do exactly how he's doing in Star Rail on regular on Genshin, and just get the sets. That's easy. That takes no time at all. Like, he'll be fine. It'll be the exact same time. Maybe variable depending on your luck, because yes, there are 5 different artifacts, and I don't know if when you farm for artifacts on here, if it gives you just like all the full set and everything, or if it is randomly dropped on, like, oh, you might get a duplicate headpiece versus, or like duplicate gloves or whatever. But that's like, he's not treating farming the same. He's treating farming as when I tell him to farm, which is get this certain thing so that way you're doing the most that you could be doing for your main stat. Whereas if he's just getting the set, that's exactly the same. Like, you can just get the set and be on your way. Like, everything's the same, and that's why I get it, but it's not a strong argument, because you can do the exact same thing.
So then let's just say I have a more enjoyable time with the gameplay of a turn-based RPG than I do of an active combat game. You guys can prefer active combat all you want, and that's fine.
I mean, I'm fine either way, as long as I'm having a good time with the gameplay loop.
Yeah, I mean, I prefer Star Rail. If you guys do, if you guys don't, that's up to you. I don't begrudge anybody. I've never had a problem with like Ed liking Genshin. Like, my problem isn't with Ed. My problem is my own feelings towards Genshin. And
nobody has a problem with like whatever anybody's liking. It's like nobody has a problem with anything. It's just when it comes to the opinion of why, like trying to understand why, that's where it gets confusing, because it's like, well, the issue that a person has with this thing, it's like, it's what you like in what a person likes in one game but don't like in another. If it's the same thing, that's where I get confused, and it's like, but it's the same thing, so how is it different? And then if it comes down to the gameplay, like the sole mechanic of the game and how it works, then yes, I completely understand, because not all mechanics are going to be enjoyable to everybody.
But on it, like, and Quincy, I think Quincy understood what I was trying to say. Like, when I'm farming, and you kind of touched on it too. I'm having more of a pleasurable time, and I feel like I'm being rewarded more for farming in Honkai versus farming in Genshin. I don't feel like I'm being rewarded at the end if I do finally get that item. I don't feel like, oh yes, let's do this. I'm like, finally, my fucking job is over. Like,
oh yeah, and that's what I was trying to understand.
Out now.
That's what I was trying to understand was like why
also
does
you can auto battle.
You can auto battle. Like if it's time, if you don't want to actively do it, because I can understand like not actively wanting to have to go to the thing and like do all that, then yeah, that's fine. That's completely normal.
I think what I'm trying to say is I feel like the RNG is more rewarding. The RNG, not the time, is more rewarding in Star Rail than it is in Genshin.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to like figure out is how so. Because like because you were mentioning the way that you made your point was to get the set and everything, you were using like getting the set, and it's like, okay, I can get that, but with that, it's the same thing. It works the exact same way.
I feel like it's not wasting as much time because like
and that's what I'm saying. If it's a time thing, I get that because it is way more optimal, especially like with the ley lines as an example, way more optimal than the ley lines in Genshin. Like, oh my gosh, I prefer these ley lines way more than the Genshin ley lines because for one, I'm sitting here, it's just round after round, and I just get all the material at the end after I complete all the rounds. So that's like way better.
Run around and find them.
I don't have to track them and climb and shit.
Also, it make it easier for artifacts too. If artifacts are the same way as flowers, then you go to the thing, and then most of the time it could be like, "Hey, Ed, like can you come in to make it easier for me?" No, I can just borrow your character and then just shit stomp everything.
So to put it into a little bit more perspective, I'm only Equilibrium 1 right now in Star Rail, whereas in Genshin, in Genshin I think I'm world level 3. So in both options I can farm for relics or artifacts. And like I was saying about RNG, when I go to farm in Genshin, I don't feel like I'm getting much on that return on an investment. Whereas even though I'm only Equilibrium 1, I do feel like I'm getting more. I do feel like I'm if I spend my time in farm for 20 minutes, I'm like, cool, I have better items now. Let's go. All I needed was 20 minutes, and bam, I've got better items, and I just feel better about my experience through that. Does that help at all?
That's what I'm trying to see
as
to why. Because like, I get that.
I feel the exact way as he does. Because most of the time, like in Genshin, for instance, when you unlock like the new level in like the domains, it's like, okay, you can do a harder level. Most of the time, I can't do the level when I get it because like it's way too hard for me. Now I can do it.
Exactly.
So I'm optimizing way better, so I can always do whatever is my level.
Yeah, with that, I mean that just comes down to, like, I get it, but objectively, that just comes down to like you guys not leveling them when you can, because you guys will be
not necessarily true, because once you get the domain, it's to the level that your characters can be, not what they are. So if you don't have the materials, it'll be like, oh, now everything's raised to 40. Your characters are 30.
Well, yeah, and the same thing happens in here. It's like
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like in this case, I can roll in there, and if I can't, then I can just borrow someone's character, so I can always do whatever's meant to be for my level.
Yeah. That's true.
Always have to do one.
Well, if you're using, I mean, that's not meant for you meant for your level. If you borrow someone's like OP character, that's not you completing it.
I also don't feel like I need somebody's OP character in order to do it. I get why Quincy's saying that. I personally don't need that, because I often bring in my team.
Because if you're meant to be level like 40, for instance, and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
we'll equate it like this. When I see your guys' teams, your guys' max level that you can be is like sometimes 10 to 20 levels behind what you can be. And what I'm like, oh,
Not in my case. My team is at the cap,
yeah,
what they can be.
yeah, okay, yeah, for like now, yeah, but back then when it was first happening, you were like 20 levels behind at a time, and it was like, oh, Quincy, why don't you do that and everything? It's like, I don't feel like
I
doing it
wouldn't
right
say I
now.
was 20 levels. I wouldn't even.
10 to
I couldn't
20 levels
even.
behind. You were behind the curve. You were behind the curve.
Yeah, like
So
I'd be
being
like,
behind the curve, it's like, okay, that's why it's harder because you're behind the curve. It's supposed to be a curve. You're supposed to. The gameplay loop is supposed to be you get the character, level that character up, and everything, and by the time that you're able to get to the next like world level, equilibrium level, whatever, you're supposed to be at the point where you can clear it, and then boom, you're on to the next level, level them up again, rinse, repeat. But when it came to you guys with Genshin, it was like
well,
it would
also
be you
leveling
guys
up
would beat it.
characters was a chore.
Well, that's that's what I'm saying. It's like you guys would just be like, I don't feel like doing that and
Yeah, because
everything.
it's not fun running around collecting a bunch of shit, and then it's like, okay, I'm out of shit in my world. Go to someone else's world, and
Well, yeah,
then go
with
through
that,
the
yeah, with
thing
those
of rinsing and
resources,
repeating,
but it's
getting kicked
supposed to
out.
be, and I feel like the fault with that, with Genshin's whole thing is because they made it there. It's a they made it like a mobile game with energy and everything, but they made an open world adventure game. So like they want you to do the grinding of a mobile game in a open world adventure game. And when it comes to that, people aren't gonna want to do all that. So I understood why and everything. And like I said, Honkai makes it way more streamlined because everything's right there. Because with the leveling up books, you have to hunt down the ley lines and everything. And I'm missing a fucking panel.
I
And
think
and character ascension material, you don't need to like run around and collect a bunch of things for character ascension material. At least that doesn't seem like that.
Yeah, yeah, not right
also
now.
in this game
Anyway.
you can make your own character ascension material. If you're missing something, if you've got the recipe for it, you can just go ahead and make it.
And you can
Which
craft
also,
anywhere.
yeah,
And
and you can
craft what
craft
now?
anywhere.
Oh yeah,
So,
crafting anywhere is nice. When they was like, "Yeah, pull up your phone, craft that shit," I was like, "You mean anywhere? You
yep.
mean anywhere? Anywhere? I could be in a whole ass illegal country, and you're allowing me to do this?" And they're like, "Yeah,
It's an
go
app.
for it."
There's an app for
It's an
that.
app. Yeah.
It's an app for
Star Rail really
that.
decided to take the whole. There's an app for that, literally.
There's an app for that.
It's like, oh, you wanna grind? Open up your phone, teleport. There's an app for that,
There's an app for that.
and I love it. It's hilarious. But yeah, I just like you guys being behind the curve and then not feeling like doing it. Granted, yes, level up material in Genshin is like harder to obtain in the sense that you have to constantly go around, and if you don't have teleporters, then like
I
yeah,
mean,
you
even
can't
if it's
access.
not hard, it's boring.
But I mean, it's the same. Like to me, it's the same thing because it's like, what do? You go there, you kill the stuff, rinse, repeat.
I want to go back and say I think that this really comes down to preference. I don't think Quincy and I prefer this. I think you do. I think a lot of people do prefer Genshin. But I
Oh no, the
think
way
that
that Star
Genshin.
Rail is doing things, I prefer the way that Star Rail is doing things. I just like, I don't see like looking at it from principle. It's like it's the thing with 2 plus 2 equaling 4 and 1 plus 3 equaling 4. You're doing the same thing. You're getting the same result. It just like in a slightly different way. So that's what I'm not understanding where your guys' issue comes from because to me it looks objectively like the exact same thing. The only thing is like it's a streamlined way, but not in a sense of making it like easier in a way of like earning it to where you earn more. more in a streamlined way of just everything's just right there. That's it. It's just it's more accessible. It's quicker to access versus in Genshin where you have to just go somewhere like slightly further away. That's my whole thing. Because it's the same thing. You get the same stuff. You're doing the same thing. Like, that's my whole thing with it. And that's why I never understood when it would be like, oh, I don't like this in Genshin. Because in my head, I'm looking at it and I'm like, but it's the same thing. Because like I said, when I was talking about the artifact thing, you're getting the same stuff. It's happening the same exact way. The only thing stopping you is your own capabilities, which is exactly like in Honkai Star Rail. You're only stopped by your own capabilities. If you're not high enough level to beat the things, then yes, you're not going to get the things. And it's like in Genshin, if you're not using the correct things, you're not going to get the things because you won't be strong enough to get the things. So that's what I just don't understand. It's like there's nothing wrong with it. I just, as a person that likes to understand the way that people are thinking, the way that you guys are explaining it and like presenting it as a problem doesn't make sense to me.
That's why I'm bringing it up. Is let's just pretend it's preference because
Quincy
and I. Because Quincy and I understand what each other mean, but
and that I'm trying to understand it and make it make sense, and like everything that you guys are throwing at me, it's like, but it's not this is objectively like harder or more like makes it different. It's more of it just feels like this. That's it.
That's how it feels, and that's how we feel about
it. And I get that. That's completely fine, but that doesn't help me understand why, though.
But
I want to understand.
Like streamlining itself is not a feeling; it's a real thing. Like making things easier to do, making it easier to grind. It feels like we're getting rewarded for our time much more.
Yeah,
they're like super low, Quincy.
I didn't touch anything, but we get rewarded for our time much more. At least that's what it feels like.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Yeah, and that's where it's like, that's where it gets confusing to me because it's like, I'm looking at it as is it actually like a decent amount of time that's being saved, and decent being a very loose term. Like,
yes.
It could be
if you include streamlining of doing multiple rounds, the streamlining of double time plus autoplay, and also the
I will say this: if they're using
like a friend's character, like
if they're using the same, like with the person's character thing, it's like that's the same as you guys just asking me to help. And
yeah, I feel like it's not, because like sometimes I'll be up at 8 o'clock in the morning and you just
all right, yeah. If you not just go knock on the door,
hey, bro. I understand your owner's asleep, but you can bring that fuck off ice shield over here real fast.
Yeah, no, I get that. That means like that, yeah. Because you're not gonna knock on my door at like 5 a.m. because you're like, you know what, I can't log in. What? Go be looking like them kids that take them after school naps. I'm just extra sweaty. My headphones crisscross over my face. Hey, bro, don't wake up. Yeah, I need Eula's help. What? Like, yeah, no, I get that, but because like that, it is faster, and especially like if they did definitely improve on some of the complaints that people had with Genshin, like the resin thing. But like, we have way more resin in here than we do in fucking Genshin, which is so helpful.
Oh, and then we get like rollover.
Oh yeah, they put it in a savings account. Like,
yeah, you get a fucking savings account.
It's so good. The savings account is so good.
It's got a fucking nice little cap too.
The cap is 10 times the amount that you have that you can naturally have, and it's like, when am I ever gonna have that as an issue? But I'm glad it's here just in case. So you telling me if I forget, like if I played Honkai the way that Quincy plays Genshin, where it's like he's off for multiple days at a time and everything, I'll come back and I'll be like, you know what? Grinding don't sound that bad right now. I got 2,400 in my account. Like, man, you telling me that I might as well be buying books? But it is good. It is good. They definitely improved on stuff. Like having the bank account for resin is nice. That alone, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 game. I need more. I just wish I love and hate the fact that I'm starting over.
I mean, you love to level, so it's not like you completely hate it.
But just like the way that they have stuff locked in here, it's like, It's just...
Yeah, it made me forget that happened in Genshin. Like, because after a certain like level, then they stop telling you like, oh, you need to be a certain level to do story stuff. And now to do this shit again, where it's like, oh yeah, like sorry man, you got to be a higher level, but the best way to get experience is story stuff. I know, man. Too bad you can't do that though.
It's like, but please.
Nah, man, you'll be fine.
I'm not though. But yeah, no, it's definitely something. It's good. If only they sponsored us.
All right, let our sponsorship guy get on the phone. I'm sure he can make some things happen. Sponsorship guy.
Yeah, sponsorship guy.
Whoever the hell that motherfucker is.
You bitch.
Whoa, calm down there. You know, hold your horses.
It is literally you.
Calm down, hold your horses. I got the number to Hoyo.
I mean, you signed up for the thing. You can be like, hey y'all, so I'm signing up. Y'all want to like sponsor some shit real quick? Oh, I can't wait for Derek to blow up even more, and then he'll start getting sponsorships, and then that'll be fun. I can't wait for him to make his first video, his sponsored video.
I've just gotta be consistent with my videos, and like right now, it really seems like it's the VTuber rabbit hole is really what's getting me. So I have to do a little bit more VTuber stuff. Plus, like we've talked about, I've been working on a video that I haven't had to touch in literally a week.
Yeah, man. I mean, just do the VTuber rabbit hole. It's working for you. You're getting engagement, hella engagement. They crushed the fucking like goal, so if you would have left that in there, I would have had to do another one already.
Well, not on the video you asked for.
What?
You wanted the like goal on the second video. They've crushed the like goal on the first video.
No, they met the like goal on the second video too.
Hey, yo, did they?
Yes, I asked for like 50, didn't I?
Did you?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I asked for 50. It got to 50 within a week, and like that's a realistic time frame for a like goal to be achieved. And I was tee hee ha ha.
Where's my fucking? Where's my studio?
Look, I'll pull it up right now.
I'm pulling it up. I'm pulling it up. YouTube doesn't want to.
Yeah, bro, you on 60 now, so like, you know.
No, so I've. Oh shit! It does have 60. Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Hey Quincy, you want to make a YouTube video?
What?
I'm pretty sure the community that Derek has acquired right now is gonna be exactly like if you guys threw big booba VTubers and react to that. And,
oh hell yeah, they're gonna fucking eat that shit up.
Yeah, so Quincy's your man for that. So
Quincy's my man for that.
Y'all get on that.
What's happening?
Oh, because Derek, like, since he has the VTuber community and like, you know, sexualizing the VTuber models with big boobs and everything. That's like the VTuber community is pretty cool about that. They usually do that, and the VTubers that have the big boobies, they play into it too. So it's like
exactly. It's not nearly as disrespectful as it could be.
Yeah. So it's like if you guys did that,
like
Derek has a community now. So like, get up in there and make that big booby VTuber video and blow that man up.
Yeah, if next time Arya's down for a nap and you're up to make a really easy low effort on your part low effort YouTube video, you hit me up and I've already got everything ready.
Like I said, you're free tomorrow, so like Arya goes down for a nap, hit that boy up at around like I don't know, maybe like 2 or something, and just be like, hey Quincy, just real quick, you want to make this like 10-minute video about big booby VTubers?
Yep.
Like a video about YouTube VTuber yitties. I like VTuber yitties.
And yeah,
But,
and then bada boom, bada bing. Then in 3
you know
days,
what?
Derek will hit 100 subscribers.
And you know what? I want to say, I'm actually, if I've got any of our, if any of the Gotcha Gang podcast listeners are watchers of my video, I just want to say thank you for actually being a dope community, because the VTuber community can be kind of toxic in certain circles, and they've just been like, we want more. Give us more hot. Give us more of this. Give us more of that. We just want more. Like,
It's
not
basically
like,
been, yeah, give me more and make Ed suffer. That's
and make
Ed.
Ed suffer.
That's all
They're
I've
like,
gotten out of his comments. It's like, ooh, did you see her make the like
the candy corn
Alka-Seltzer?
pizza?
Yeah, the Alka-Seltzer like pizza, the candy corn pizza. Make him watch that. That'll be hilarious.
Yeah, and that's the
That
other thing.
sounds like cancer. What did you say? Candy corn pizza?
Yes.
Oh yeah, and then fucking yeah, Derek. Remember in the group chat, Quincy Derek posted like, oh yeah, I went to go for his other VTuber meetup, and he told Kotica about the video.
Oh
And
yeah.
she was like, yeah, I'm gonna make my own energy drink. Like, come
Tonight,
on now.
yeah.
Come on
I
now.
I watched that on the plane. She was making
no.
energy drinks from scratch.
Am I gonna have to watch that?
Literally, it's okay. It's like an hour and a half, so I'm not gonna make you watch that. But like, literally, the first thing she does is take out cloves of garlic. She's like,
Nah, I'm pretty sure there's clips somewhere.
Drinks.
I'm pretty sure if you if you typed in like Kotica energy drink highlights, you'll figure out a streamlined way for me to react to that. And for the love of God, Derek. Yeah, I mean, for the love of God. I love you, buddy. You're great and all. But, like, why does your community hate me?
Because you reacted. Like, honestly, when we finished that first one, I never had any thought in my mind that we were going to do more. A, that we were going to do more. B, that we were going to go into cooking videos. But because you reacted so heavily to the cooking videos, they wanted more. And Hachima specifically was notorious for her cooking.
That's when we watched for the
Notorious.
second one, right?
That's who we watched for the second one. Like,
Oh, that woman's a monster. She needs to be put down.
did you see the comment that explained that the fucking meat in the Mentos video was like 3 weeks expired?
Yeah, I read that. I was like, what the fuck? What is she doing? Why?
Oh my god.
People are going to
And, like-
understand that I love cheese, because the first one that I saw
Yes.
on there was like, I can't stop dying it. She ruined cheese.
You like where is, because one of the comments talking about you is like my most liked comment, which is, it's on the first one. Well, okay, one of the top comments is, quote, I'm never watching a VTuber cooking stream. My recommended feed. He did.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw that one. I was like, ah, shit. Yeah, I did. That did happen. And,
Yeah, the number one comment, the number one liked comment is your bitches are temporary, cheeses forever. I want that on my tombstone.
like I said in the reply to that, some of my best work. I was in my bag when I wrote that tweet.
Oh my god!
I reached deep into my bag and pulled that out and was like,
I bet when you did that, you weren't thinking, "Oh shit, this is gonna come."
Yeah,
back.
this is gonna come up at any point in time. I literally wrote that because I think Quincy was making fun of me because I had bought like 3 or 4 blocks of cheese from Dollar General that I really like. Because the Clover Valley, I don't know what, Clover Valley sharp cheddar, mwah, it just be hidden, bro. And I brought like 3 or 4 of those, and I devoured like 2. And he was like, you have a problem. And I was like, listen, man, you gotta realize, bitches are temporary. Cheese is forever. And then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna tweet that. And I did.
And look where that got you.
Got me into a fucking VTuber cooking video. Yeah. One of these days, that's what I'm gonna be known as. You're gonna be like, are you the bitches are temporary cheeses forever guy? We're gonna go to our next anime convention after we're popular enough, and they'll be like, say the thing.
Like, say the thing, Bart. Say the thing.
The good burger, home of the good burger.
It's gonna be like, listen, I'm not comparing myself to him, but like fucking, it's gonna be Chadwick Boseman with Wakanda Forever, but me with that tweet.
Yeah. That'd be funny as hell.
Hey, if the podcast gets popular enough and we can make merch, put that on a shirt.
Yeah, we could put that on a shirt.
It's gonna be great. We're obviously gonna need a bitches or temporary cheeses forever, big jiggly black titties, and
do I have a catchphrase?
I'm trying to think. I'm like, do you have a catchphrase?
What's up, my honky?
Ah, yeah. There you go. Boom. And then obviously a I hate it here shirt.
Or I think realistically the one that's most honest for me is, did somebody say fate?
Oh yeah. Put that on a shirt. Put that on a shirt.
It's my face peeking out of a doorway.
Yeah.
I've just broken in.
Did someone say fate? It's like that one meme. Are you talking about Marie Antoinette? Is this seat taken? No. Okay, I'm just gonna sit here. It's gonna be great. I'm happy for you though. You're growing. I don't know if you have your studios open and whatnot to see like how quickly you're growing. Like what's the rate at basically?
Let's look at. Oh, that's just the one video. In the last 26 days, I've gotten 36 subscribers.
Damn. In the last 30 days, you gotten 36? You did, yeah, you have gained a lot, because you were, like, at 30-something before this one. I think
I'm also...
Yeah, like 40 or something. And then now here you are. Look at
I'm
you,
also
70.
really happy with the average viewer duration on both of these videos. Because, yeah, okay, it's not the whole thing, but in both cases, it's about a quarter of the video.
That's enough.
That's a lot. Like, it used to be people would tune out in the first 10 seconds. Now I'm getting a quarter? That's not bad.
Well, that's not bad at all.
I just gotta cultivate a VTuber community, which is not what I was expecting.
But here you are doing it, and then, it'll probably allow you to do other things, too.
Yeah, it may even make.
If they like my reactions, you should tell them to watch the Dead by Daylight shit.
You fucking screaming. Well, this is also a higher quality video than what we used to be putting out. When I was editing on the PS4, I mean, it's,
oh yeah, you have a PC now. That was Dead by Daylight pre-PC.
Yes, Dead by Daylight is pre-PC.
Oh man, this is new era a comic stack.
This is quality era, and that's part of the reason. Like, I'm a little more proud of this. Is I can get us into Discord. I can mess with OBS. I can edit things. I even had
edit things.
I had those. You know how I've got the little scorpion for you and the stack of comic books for me. I had that in the corner already set up. I didn't have to edit that in between every shot.
Yeah.
I
already had that big jiggly black titties for Quincy.
No, I was gonna have a wolf.
Have a wolf and just on its forehead or something. Just have FM. I think that'd be hilarious. I'd like that.
If only I could get like an AI to make a wolf like messing with a radio, like an FM radio.
FM radio. I mean, Quincy is a radio show host. You forget about that.
He is. We haven't talked about AMP. Or is it AMP or AMP?
I think it's AMP.
We haven't talked about that in a minute.
I mean, that's Quincy's streaming platform,
Is he still doing it? Is he still messing with it?
I don't know what that man does in his free time.
I mean, I was going to go on. I haven't done it since the last time. I do remember I was going to get on not too long ago.
Bro was going to get amped on AMP.
I get the notifications almost every day. Apparently, Joe Budden and Nick Cannon go live like every fucking day.
Well, good for them, but fuck them.
Well, I'm gonna go live.
Are you?
All right,
Technically, you could, if you wanted, you could do like late night, radio show things because
put on the nice sultry.
Yeah, you could. Like honestly, I think that'd be really fun.
It's like, what's up to all the cool daddies and smooth cats out there? Got some new songs coming out here for you.
All right, calm down there.
It is a damn shame that it's not that you can't archive it.
Yeah, that's weird.
It sucks. But I mean, I get it. You can't archive the radio things, can you? Like actual radio host things.
It's
a physical thing, so like you can archive it because it's.
I mean, you can.
Thing.
Here's the thing, though. You can go right now to iHeartRadio.com and you can pull up any past broadcast, and it'll still have the music. So, like, why can I do that with iHeartRadio, but I can't do that with this? It's essentially the same thing. I get that they have licensing agreements and they are bigger and whatnot, but like, what's the point in giving me that music if I can't use it in the long term? Like, Snapchat has kind of lost its luster for that reason. Like, people only use it for like sexting for the most part.
Yeah, because it's stuff is deleted. So if you want to be sneaky about things, like there's no trace.
Also, apparently, like young people still fuck with it. Like, but that's we aged out of it, but Snapchat's still relevant in the young circles.
Yeah, I mean, because it's an easy way to just like get information without having access to like your personal number and everything. It's easy. It's easier to give out a social media account than it is to give out a number, because that's closer to home than a social media account. You can delete that social media account and be like, I'll never interact with you ever again.
Yeah, plenty of people do stuff like that. Like, I remember when Noel went out to wherever the fuck he went out, he talked about how that girls were willing to give their Instagrams, but not like their actual phone numbers.
And then plus, if you give out that stuff, you get more followers, you seem more of a legit account and everything, and then people are more inclined to follow you and interact with you. It's the whole thing. It's like the bigger you get, the more people are going to flock to you, regardless, because a lot of people want to be in where they can get in. So
yeah.
It's like after a while, you kind of just explode in any form of social media growth, because after a while, you just gain enough traction where it's just going to keep going.
Yeah, that's like, it's crazy. Because I feel like it's different now. Because I feel like back in the day when we were in school, if you didn't do anything, then you'd be like, oh yeah, look at you. You had all these prospects. Now look at you working at like Home Depot or some stupid shit like that. But now there's plenty of these people that like are popular and they get a bunch of followers while they're in high school, and they're just like milking that shit out of high school.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you do. It's
like being popular now pays out of high school. That's fucking crazy. When are they gonna learn their goddamn lesson? That was the whole thing. When you graduate high school, you learned your fucking lesson.
No, we're not allowed to learn our lesson now, because now if I peaked in high school, I can just use that peak energy to get me into the crowd that is also part of the I peaked in high school.
That's fucking wild. That's cheating.
Get it all, but here's the thing: get it to stay, get it to stick. There's plenty of people who peak in high school, plenty of people who peak in social media in high school. Get that to be a regular career. You can't like. There's a lot of people who do not have tenure in the content creator field. There's plenty of people who have tanked. People who were huge on Twitch back in the day, and then all of a sudden they're gone. Ninja's not what he used to be. Now, he's a little bit different because he's got plenty of sponsorship deals.
I'm going to say this for the controversy, and I to get us more views. Fuck Ninja. All right, there we go. I did my job.
Ninja...
Only Ninja I fuck with, his last name is Uzumaki.
Yep.
Things like we've already talked about Toby Turner this episode. Like, he's still sustainable to an extent, but I would not call him relevant in the slightest.
Oh, hell no. I was like, he still have to get a 9 to 5. Like, if you're not, like, understand, eventually you're doing bitches and hoes, pouring champagne on strippers' titties. Like, if you can do that for all your life, then damn, you made it big. But if you get like that for, like, maybe a year to 5 years, and then after that, you're just like have a modest living, but not having to work, but you're still working for yourself. Then I feel like you still won at the end.
Like,
Yeah.
I remember when Jessica Negri was at her peak, she was also still working at Trader Joe's. She was posting about working at Trader Joe's because she was saying just, this may not be a viable option for the long term. Yeah, it's fun, but like, is it a viable option? Should I, continue to have a day job? And like, there's a lot of people who blow up on Twitch for a short amount of time, and then all of a sudden they're like, well, what the fuck do I do? Like,
Yeah, because some people fall into the thing of like, I've gotten this popularity, but I don't know what to do with it.
Yeah. Like, there are plenty of these controversial streamers, like, they go out and they spout really far left or far right opinions, but they don't really believe in their politics.
Yeah,
they just
like
kind of
either they don't believe in it, they're just saying it to get the reactions and everything,
right,
or they said what they said, and
they don't have anything else to follow that up with.
Yeah, they don't, like, they're saying it because that's just how they feel, and they either can't, or like that's what they know, that's whatever. They're sticking to their guns, but they don't have anything to actually just like say to provoke any more sort of engagement, positive or negative.
Let's think of some shit I saw on Instagram. It was like a dude having a podcast, and then he brought a guest on. And I was like, "Oh yeah, I don't take showers. If you eat well, like not eating is why you not eating well is why you stink. It's like, when someone stinks, like, oh, they don't have a good diet. It's like, I don't take showers. Y'all smell me. I don't stink." And then the number one comment on there is like, "That's it. I had enough. I'm gonna make a podcast, start saying some wild shit for views now too."
I mean, honestly, that's all you really got to do. If you like, all it takes is you say something that starts any sort of engagement, and then people will run with it. Like, they'll either subscribe to either hear you say more wild, outlandish shit to be like, this is hilarious, or to hear you say it to be like, okay, now what stupid thing is he gonna say now? Like, if we said like, oh yeah, women don't deserve rights and everything, and whatnot, we probably would have blown up by now.
Yeah, I was actually going to bring that up. Like, look at all these Andrew Tate clones. Andrew Tate and all the people like him. Like, they blew up really quick, but how sustainable is that? Like,
because it fails so hard if you don't believe in what you're actually saying. Because then you have no other thought process behind it. You just said it just to be like, I just wanted to get some good views. I wanted my 15 minutes of fame.
Right.
And it's like the only thing that works that's going on is because, like, look at your channel, Derek. It's like you did a thing, it blew up, you're gaining traction, but you also still have stuff to follow that up with that you can do that can also still be engaging with that, as opposed to just either being the same stuff or like you don't have anything else. It's like, I just wanted to have Ed reactive VTubers. And it's like, oh, well, what they liked about it is replicatable. Like, I can replicate it in the sense of I can show him more stuff that's like this and see how he reacts to it.
Right.
As opposed to just, oh, well, he reacted to it and, like, it did good, but, like, I don't know. That was the only person that did that, and I was the only one that was there. It's like, no, it's something that could be built upon. And that's where a lot of people fail, is they don't have anything that can help them build upon what they're trying to do.
Oh, I got an idea for like another video. I know it's not a popular thing, but we could show him AI Angel.
Show Derek AI Angel?
Yeah.
We
that
could.
He's never seen her shit.
But isn't AI Angel just a VTuber reacting to other content?
She does Let's Plays. She does the whole thing where she like trolls people on Omegle. Yeah. And yeah, she has videos where she reacts to other people's content as well.
Yeah.
See, because like I've watched Onigiri, who's another VTuber, react to other people reacting, and I'm like, I want to react to Onigiri. I don't want to do this weird meta shit where there's five
man.
layers of people
Meta is where it
reacting to
goes.
shit.
Derek reacts to AI Angel, reacts to Hachima, reacts to Kodaka, reacts to Onigiri, reacts to a Team 4-star DBZA agreed.
I mean, honestly, that what you're describing actually isn't that bad of an idea. The idea of Derek, VTuber fan reacts to VTubers for the first time. You know, that is something that I think VTuber fans would like. It's like, okay, here, because there's so many of them that nobody's tried every VTuber.
Oh yeah, and and if you pull up like a new VTuber and everything, like someone fresh, then like, you know, you can get in on the ground floor.
Yep. Yeah. So like I've thought about that, and I think the Quincy video is a good idea, but at the same time, I also need to not think about reaction content as well, because eventually that will get stale. And I've got an idea for something that I want to do.
You know, gotta
yeah.
it.
I mean,
eventually they'll want the cheese tier list.
Yeah.
Until eventually, where we get like the little bootleg little apps on our phone, and we do a video where we pretend to be VTubers.
I mean,
all right, you and Derek have fun with that.
Nah, you're a part of it too, Beth.
I'm not.
It's you. Okay, you can either be a part of it willingly, or you'll be a part of it begrudgingly, and we'll make you a stupid ass scorpion.
Why? I don't know why they're just. Why am I just depicted as a scorpion?
Yeah, man. So your choice. The choice is yours.
I'm a person.
The choice is yours.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
All right, so he wants.
I mean,
Gotcha.
even your girl calls you fucking Scorpion Kid.
Ha!
I hate it here.
He got some bitch now.
I don't.
No, that's not pretty. You're like chummy. You know what I'm saying?
You wanna run that one by me again? Cause like I'm hearing the doubt.
You got so much shawty adjacent. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's the same person that's basically always been in my life for the past like 15 years.
Does it sound like shawty adjacent to you, Derek?
Sounds like a shawty to me.
See, that's why I like having Derek here, man.
All right, I hate you. Anyway,
I'm sorry. Did you text her baby? Did you text her baby girl? I don't remember if you texted her baby girl. I know you texted her baby.
I didn't text her, baby.
Did she text you, baby?
Please.
Possibly.
I think she texted her, baby. So yeah, I read baby in that text. So.
Yeah, you know, you're the one out here. At least you got someone that's shawty adjacent.
No,
I don't
think that. Okay, all right. Real quick, define shawty adjacent.
You know, like you guys talking.
If she calling you baby, that's shawty adjacent.
I mean, girls
let's be
use
real.
terms like that all the time for general terms, just like how we call everybody like bro and dude. I call you baby girl, Derek. So come on now.
That's different though. You and I do it. You and I use a tone that is so sarcastic, it can't be interpreted as anything else.
And that's a text message. A text message can be interpreted as anything, bro.
Bro.
So until we hear of
man, I feel like that's enough. In the text message that you sent us, he was acting mighty zesty, and you were saying, "Yo, I got a girl," which means the messages were zesty enough for Derek to read it and believe you had a girl. Just because you said it was Sarah and you said "LOL JK" does not take away from the zestiness of the messages.
It doesn't change the fact that it said Melissa, but we found out it was Sarah. It doesn't change the fact that's all the same shit.
I could have ran with that bit. I could have ran with it so hard.
I don't know why you ran with that bit. You didn't even run with it that long. You ran for like maybe 24 hours.
Because I was like, you know what? New World Order, no more bits.
So you started a new one?
What do you mean? No. I stopped that one because
if you really think about it, listen, boys. Him not having a bit is the new bit.
No. So now I'm just never trusted ever. That's all that means.
Him
if you were trusted ever, I wouldn't constantly ask, "Is this a bit?" You've immediately ruined trust. I don't trust you for 2 seconds. At this point, For all I know, and I'm not gonna lie, it's crossed my mind. There's a small chance that Sarah was never real. It's just a really convincing AI. A really convincing AI.
Damn,
Quincy saw her.
I've seen her. And I've known about Sarah for years. Like, Sarah is real. Even if I never saw her, the way that Dejan and Kevin also talk about her, like, she exists. Her existence is confirmed. Don't worry
Unless
about
it's
that.
just a really elaborate bit.
He's hired the exact same actor every fucking time.
Well, actually, then they wouldn't be on the floor right now because they're on strike.
That is true.
I mean,
some of them don't have to be on strike. Yeah,
she's non-union.
Oh my god.
She's a fucking scam. That'd be great. That'd be great if
existence is real.
That'd be great if she was an actor, but now because they're on strike, he brings Sarah around and it's a dude named Juan. Like, no, this is Sarah. She always looked like this.
She always
looked like that. Ain't Sarah.
So like, been around. She exists, but New World Order, no more bits. I'm dedicating myself to that. And,
I mean,
from now on, I'm just going to be completely no bits, no tee-hee-ha-has for that. It's just, if it's a question, not going to lie for the bit.
I feel like it's a bit.
It's not a bit. I was like, you know what? I thought about it. My friends.
It really fucking feels like a bit. Like, this is. We have trust issues because of you.
I know.
It's like,
baby girl, listen.
It's like, y'all, how y'all team? Nah, will I trust Ed with $20? Yeah. Will I trust Ed with possibly my social security number? Yeah. But will I trust Ed with telling me the truth about something that could possibly be hilarious? No.
This is like, all right, guys. So this is gonna happen, and if this does happen, then everything's all good. But if it doesn't happen, it'll make a hilarious story. All right, Ed, this is the information. Go tell the truth. Listen,
if we redact just this one part,
it's an amazing story for the grandkids. That's all I'm saying. That's it. That's all I'm saying. How all that happened was you got drunk. And then we just took you home and whatnot. But
what if you didn't make it home?
Yeah, what if you didn't? What if there was a car crash? What if? That's all I'm saying. It's like, but we didn't crash the car. I mean, we did bump into the wall when we were trying to park because it was a really tight space.
Bump, crash. We're gonna use different words.
Different verbs. What is a crash if not a bump persevering? That's all I'm saying.
I mean, he kind of cooking.
Get me in that kitchen. So no more bits though. I want my friends to be able to talk to me and fully trust me in anything I say. So any questions that anybody wants to ask me right now that they have assumed might have been a bit or want clarification on, I will completely answer them openly and honestly, sans bits.
Did Blanca exist?
Yes, sadly.
Okay. That's all I had.
Derek? Anything you would like to know that you were concerned if it was a bit or not?
I'm muted, sorry. Are you in a relationship currently?
No.
Are you looking to get into a relationship currently?
Indifferent.
Yeah, Ed's not looking for a relationship, but
Are you on the cusp?
Turn it down.
Are you on the cusp of getting into a relationship?
As honestly, far as I know, no.
Yeah,
okay.
Honestly knows no.
Alright.
It seems like Sarah does that thing, just Ed doesn't mind. Sarah does that thing where she likes his attention, so she gets a little flirty, they get a little flirty, but then, once Ed feels like, hey, hold on, is there something more here? He, asks a question, then she gets a little standoffish because she asked a question, but I'm like, bitch, have you not seen your actions? Is it you?
Are you blind?
The zest is here. It's extra. The zest. The lemon zest is everywhere. What are you talking about?
It might as well just be zest on a plate.
Exactly. White people, you may not know how to flavor, my lady, but the zest.
The zest. Y'all kill it with the zest.
Killing it with the zest. So, So I get it.
Any other questions, Derek? I'm here to open any and all.
I'm good. I'm good. I'll trust. I'm gonna trust you for now, unless you
said for
break
now.
that trust.
For now. And so unless trust gets broken down.
I'm telling you right now, there's no bits. I stopped doing them. I'm just now back to open, honest Ed, just letting the ADHD autism run free. It's like having a cat.
Is that a motorboat?
Yes.
Damn, Quincy, I didn't know you heard that. First of all, you have enough to buy a motorboat, but only 2 bags of chicken? Like, wait.
I mean,
I know
after
inflation
the
go
motorboat,
crazy,
we didn't
but
have anything left, and the motorboat was on sale.
you could have at least got a turkey chub with that motorboat money.
I'm sorry. Once we pick up bitches in the motorboat, you're gonna be like, "Who needs turkey chub?"
I do for sustenance.
The girls can get this meat that we got right here.
Stop. With that, we're ending the podcast. 1, because it's about to be 2 hours long.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna make
All
Derek
right.
do it, and plus, what I am still supposed to go play games. So yeah.
Oh, I'm doing it.
Yeah, you're doing it. I did
Closing
mine
us out.
Yeah. No. Oh, closing us out. No, I'll close this out. But Derek's uploading the video.
Oh, motherfucker!
I thought Derek was uploading the next one though. The actual one he's going to put on his channel. I thought that
That's for his channel. That's his own thing. That's his video. That's a Derek video. It's basically
okay.
a
Yeah,
spin
So
off.
then let's advertise that real quick, so that we can keep that canon.
Okay.
If you've listened to this episode,
we're having a baby.
by this
You have a
by
baby.
This point, you already have one.
We're having a baby. We're all pregnant, and then we all get birth, and we put it together. It's like a transformer.
No, thank you.
Anyway,
And it does not identify as trans, by the way. But keep going.
okay.
All right.
I hate it here.
So if you go over to if you go over to holy shit,
Someone's excited.
apparently, yeah, we haven't even announced it yet. So if you've been listening to the podcast for a while now, you know that I was getting ready to take a vacation. Well, that vacation happened. And we are going to talk all about that vacation over on my channel. And if you go over to Comic Stack at youtube.com or youtube.com/Comic Stack, the link will be in the description. You can go watch a bonus episode of the podcast where we're going to talk about just my trip. I've got plenty of videos, plenty of photos. For the VTuber fans, there's plenty of VTuber content in this episode. For Disney fans, there's plenty of Disney content in this episode. There's also the fact that I may have had a panic attack at one point in this episode, or in this vacation, and it's for something completely surprising, actually.
Oh shit! Did Derek flirt with the bitches down the hall?
Not to mention the stuff we snuck into downtown Disney.
Oh, there's
yeah. I was like, what is he talking about? Oh, yeah.
We may or may not have had a kilo of something.
YouTube is gonna take this video down.
It's like the FBI has entered the chat.
It's like, well, guys, no.
Well, if the FBI wants to know about the kilo, they can go check out the
Oh
bonus
my
episode
God.
of the podcast.
Yeah, they can watch it too. Yeah.
Hey, that's
Give us
probably
that
a lot of
watch
views
time.
right there. Yeah.
So go ahead. By the time this episode is out, it should also be out on my channel. So go ahead and just go ahead and go listen to a bonus episode of the podcast. And if you're here from that video, we appreciate the hell out of you. Thank you for coming. So yeah, that's all I've got to plug. Oh, and we've got the Twitter, GatchaPod at twitter.com/GatchaPod.
He got there.
So
He got there at the end.
Please check that out as well.
Yeah. So thanks everybody for watching. We've been the Gatcha Gang, and we'll see you next time. Say bye.
Big
everyone.
jiggly black titties.
Yep. There it is.
Adios.
Never go anywhere. It's the catchphrase.
No.